Hello class, today's goal is to find the root of a quadratic equation using the square root method. Okay, we've learned a couple different methods to finding the roots, but today we're going to focus our attention on a method called square root. Okay, so we're going to find the roots using the square root method. Let's take a quick second to remember all of the methods that we have learned. So at this time, pause the video and see if you could come up with all of the methods and check them against my list. Okay, so we have learned to find the roots using 1. Factoring, 2. The quadratic formula, 3. Graphing, and 4. Completing the square. Okay, so today we're going to learn one more method called completing the square. Okay, we can use this method only when a few things are true. Okay, we can use the square root method only if 1, there is no x term, and I will explain what that means in just a second, or 2, the side with the x squared term is a perfect square. Okay, so let's dive in just a little bit deeper. Okay, using the square root method is almost like solving a two-step equation. There's kind of one more additional step that we would have to use to solve the quadratic, so we're going to kind of call it the 3-step equation. Okay, and you'll see what I mean in just a second. All right, a little more background before we get into the example. The square root, and I'm going to shorthand it using the symbol square root, is the opposite operation of the exponent of 2, or the square. Just like addition is the opposite of subtraction. Or like multiplication is the opposite of division. And this is going to be important when we solve the quadratic equation using the square root method. So let's dive into the example.